All right, welcome in everybody. The AFC Eastie Boys, Charlie Waffles.
Cat in the Hat.
You can call me Ref Ringleader,
And you can call me Ref Erie.
and we're out here gonna give you the lowdown on everything you saw this week. This Sunday has been crazy. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more for next week. We'll be doing our shows probably a little later next week in the evening time or on a different day. Actually, I think we're shooting for Saturday. Um, We also got the DCC Dolphins Cancer Challenge. My boy Cat in the Hat here is going to be running a mile for every, what, 2,500?
A mile for every $500 raised every day up until the 5K, which is at the end of February. So there's
There you go.
lots of miles you can make me run, and I'll put them up on the wire so y'all can see them.
It's going to be fun. We're going to make him run.
We uh we
We
at
also,
we at 307 right now, so we less than $200 away from that first mile, ladies and gentlemen.
let's go. We also got Charlie's Choice Collectibles. Got him another, like, I think it's like 2 days left on our sale for accepting all offers on any items. Um, I'll drop the link in the description below in the comments section so that you can click on that and get to that. What else we got announcements wise? Oh,
But yeah, so for next week, the plan is gonna be for Saturday. We're gonna throw all of our shows into one big giant show for you guys on Saturday, and we're gonna be having giveaways, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be like a party leading you guys into week 8 NFL football. So make sure you guys stay tuned in. We'll be dropping shorts and stuff throughout the week to keep you posted on how you can win some cool stuff we're gonna have for you. But other than that, it's the morning time. This is end zone to end zone. We're gonna break it down. So go ahead, get your coffee, get your croissants, go get your donuts, your muffins, whatever it is that gets you going in the morning. Kick back and enjoy.
well, all right, hey, Ron, it's been great talking to you.
All right, welcome in, everybody. So week 7 kicked off with a pretty good matchup. Probably the best showing we've had so far this weekend. We still have a game tonight that should be one for the record books, but as far as two old men going out there and acting like a bunch of young kids and slinging that rock back and forth with each other, it was pretty epic. What do you say?
What a game is what I can say. Don't get me wrong, I was on Rodgers' side. I was hoping that the Steelers were going to pull it off with the better defense and Flacco not being prepared to do battle, but he was more than prepared for having Jamar Chase as his receiver. He literally, like, I seen videos of like this older dude than Flacco, just like throwing the ball. Oh, Jamar Chase is down there somewhere, and it was a fantastic game to watch. Like, Aaron Rodgers answered back every time. Flacco answered back every time, and it just became a shoot off,
No,
a shootout.
it really was. It turned into a really good game. Like it at first, you would think that the Steelers were gonna walk away with it. First quarter was definitely Steeler heavy, but then the Bengals, Joe Flacco, they got it together. He found Jamar Chase. He was hitting T. Higgins. Like, they couldn't really get the run game going, but it didn't matter because Joe Flacco was like, I can sling the ball too. You know, I drink beers on the couch at nighttime after work. That's how I wind down, man. I was worried. I was worried he was gonna get hit, like, and he was gonna get out because, like, that Cincinnati Bengal offensive line is as bad as the Miami Dolphins. So it's like I was honestly truly worried for Joe Flacco going into that game. But man, he looked like he was in his 30s, his young 30s, like not 40, 41 years old. Same with Aaron Rodgers, bro. Like, dang, man, they're looking so good at that age.
Yeah, no, it definitely looked like a prime time game.
For sure. And like I said Friday, I'm like, bro, like I was telling you, I'm like, bro, they probably put on the best show we're gonna get all week from football this week, and it's the two oldest quarterbacks in the league. But experience, bro. Experience matters, you know? Like, they were able to
they came to play, and they did.
Jaylen Warren had a really big game, though. Like, the Steelers were able to get their running game going. Jaylen Warren had a pretty nice game, 140 scrimmage yards. But the Bengals took it 33-31, so they're kind of getting back on track. That puts them, second in the AFC North. Gives another loss to the Steelers, so now they're sitting at 5-2. We got the Bengals trailing. We got the Baltimore Ravens sitting all the way at the bottom of that division, looking up at everybody, just waiting for Lamar Jackson to come back.
Please come back.
Please come back. He should be back this week. He was supposed to be coming back after the bye week, so we'll see. And they had their bye week this week. But I don't know who they play this week, but I know next week on Thursday night they play the Dolphins, and that's a home game for the Dolphins. And hopefully that's
you know that Baltimore team is just sitting there with their radio, just like, baby, come back, like, to please.
Yeah, for real, because like without Lamar Jackson, they have definitely been the worst team in the NFL.
They have no identity.
No identity whatsoever. Oh wait, I haven't even put up our little our tracker for everybody watching. There you go. So yeah, that game finished out 33-31. Cincinnati Bengals pull out a win over them. Jamar Chase has hell of a day catching passes from Joe Flacco left and right and upfield and just like
16 receptions for 180 something yards.
Yeah, in like 21 targets. It was crazy. It was freaking crazy. He was just like, I got a tall guy out there that can definitely catch the 50-50 ball. I'm gonna take advantage of that. He didn't have that in Cleveland for sure.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, he didn't have that in Cleveland for sure. Jerry Jeudy, sorry, you're not that guy. So Joe Flacco definitely loving life right now. And then
Sunday morning
we go to London. And I was wrong.
In London.
I was wrong on this one. I was wrong on this one too, man.
My goodness.
I did not expect the Jacksonville Jaguars to be the one to catch the jet lag, considering they go over there so much. But the Jacksonville Jaguars, they went over there and they produced a dud, fell flat on their face, couldn't get any points until it was too late. Fourth quarter, garbage time.
Trevor Lawrence looking like absolute
trash. Looking like trash. But, I mean, we don't want to talk about them. They didn't perform, right? We want to talk about the other side of the ball. And you know what?
Rams.
And you were
holy hell.
You were kind of right, but we were both kind of right on this, right? Because remember the night before we were talking about
I was talking so much trash about Devontae Adams receptions and touchdowns.
But to be fair, he only got 5 receptions, so he did not get the 7 receptions that the bet was for. So you were right there, but he did get points as far as fantasy goes. He got 3 tutties,
oh my goodness.
3 tutties, 5 receptions, 35 yards, 3 touchdowns, and Matthew Stafford threw 2 more touchdowns to 2 other receivers.
And that's what got me too. I was like, the 35 yards. and 3 touchdowns. I was like, the 35 yards, like,
and he's still
he wasn't active down the field, but
and
he
he's still
got the red zone touches,
and he
and
still
that's
put
what
up
matters.
25 points for me in fantasy.
Go D Adams with
Yeah,
3 tutties.
with my 3 tutties, bro. I have 8 touchdowns right now, and I still have 3 players to play in that league.
Oh yeah, my week is over. All of my players underperformed. I did the best I could as a coach with the team that I was provided by myself.
To be fair, you're playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers of our league right now.
For real. Like, I'm definitely playing the All-Star. He's 5-1.
About to be 6-1.
About to be 6-1.
Did you see Bruce? He's at 172 points right now.
Holy Bruce!
I'm trying.
Look at you go!
I'm trying to aim. I'm aiming for that. I'm at 120 right now, and I still have 3 players left to play: Jahmyr Gibbs, Kenneth Walker, and my tight end AJ Barner. Because my team lit it up this weekend as well. Everybody putting up 20 plus points. Like I said, I got 8 touchdowns right now and 3 players left to play. Could I end with 12 touchdowns to taunt my opponent with?
I can look at this weekend as both a win and a loss for me. Like, I lost in fantasy, I won on my Hard Rock bet, so
nice. What'd you
win? I hit 151 off of $10. All these damn passing yards.
Yeah, buddy.
Gotta love them.
You use that cheat sheet I provided you, or you did?
I did my own little special parlay with 4 or 5 different quarterbacks under or over 200 yards to over 225 yards, depending on who it was. Mahomes came in clutch with beating his 225. Got me that one. Let me see. If I go back and look at it, I'll give you a little bit more information very quick.
Yeah, mine last night busted. It was a $5 for $200. Tyler Algier didn't get his 1 reception. It's what killed
Mr.
me.
Algier. Oh, that backup running back for Atlanta.
Yeah, I can hit everything else except that. But yeah, the Jags defense just falls apart in London for their home game, hosting the Rams. The Rams definitely come and trying to show dominance that it's not just Puka Nacua. I think that was a statement from the Rams saying like, hey, we're not just a team revolved around Puka Nacua. Matthew Stafford is the orchestrator of it all. He's the guy with the top hat, just leading the charge.
I didn't do it.
So, very impressive win in London for their first trip overseas. 35 to 7.
Okay. So my passing one is still pending via tonight's games. But my 151 win off of $15 was the New England Patriot game. The 31-13 New England over Tennessee. Not that I want to jump to that one just yet, but I'm going to just because of this. I got Kayshon Boutte over 31.5 receiving yards. He ended up with 55. Drake Maye over 200 passing yards. He ended up with 222. Kayshon Boutte anytime touchdown. Got that. Stephon Diggs to record 40 receiving yards. He got 69. And Boutte longest reception over 17.5, which was a 39-yard touchdown.
And that was $15. Paid $151.
That was plus 700.
And you can catch all of those. And where can you catch them at? You can catch him in our Discord if he'll start dropping them in there.
I do them so quickly.
He's like,
You only show the winners, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Nobody wants to see this one from last night's game, the
Oh, yeah.
49ers and the Falcons. I was happy to see Kendrick Bourne did not get very many yards. Mac Jones was unable to get his passing yards, and Bijan Robinson didn't get 50 rushing yards.
Bijan Robinson didn't get 50.
Yeah, the only one who hit their mark was Christian McCaffrey's crazy motherfucking ass.
Oh, of course.
Two,
Of course.
201 rushing and receiving yards.
Of course he hit his mark, guy.
He only needed 112.
That guy's the backbone of that team right now.
Woo, my man.
That guy's the freaking backbone.
So the live 7-bet parlay we still have going on right now is Mahomes over 225, Drake May over 200, Daniel Jones over 200, Dak Prescott over 200, Sam Darnold over 200, Baker Mayfield and Jared Goff both over 200.
So you need Sam Darnold to go off tonight, huh?
I need Darnold to light up the Texans defense.
All right, well, good.
And then, of course, I need a great through the air game against Tampa and the Lions.
Well, good luck with that, my friend. Good luck with that one, my friend. The Tampa Bay game should be a lock. You know what I mean? Like that one should be. We should get a game. That game should be kind of like the Thursday night game we saw. Should be.
That's a fingers crossed one for me, bud.
Yes.
Trying to break back over 500.
I feel you there. Like I said, Tyler Algier killed mine last night. It was the only one I didn't hit. It was the 8-bet parlay. And it was the one I was like fringing on not putting in too. And like then he got injured late, like in the fourth quarter, like middle of fourth quarter. And I was like, oh, there goes that. There goes that one.
Yeah.
All right, so you jumped ahead to the Tennessee New England's game. I went very underdog heavy this week, so I definitely got quite a few of them wrong this week. Whatever, I was taking chances. I didn't care. So 13 to what was the score? 31.
Jumped ahead to the Tennessee New England.
Yeah, 13-31 for the Patriots Tennessee game.
Mute that tab.
So 13
Okay, I was like, what the hell is talking to me? My phone linked up to a Bluetooth speaker, and that's where the sound was coming from.
Oh, word. All right, so and it started off okay. Like the Tennessee Titans were actually like looking like they were gonna handle this game pretty handily, and then they're scripting.
Yeah, they definitely like got off to a great start. Cam Ward was looking phenomenal at the beginning. There even some celebrities throwing out hashtags on Twitter or X or whatever that's called, and saying, Cam Ward on the board.
Cam Ward on the board. Yeah, he got himself a touchdown. They failed to get another touchdown. They basically
anything else after that.
Basically, yeah. After their script ended, they didn't know what to do. They were lost. They were like at the end of the road. There's like 6 different directions to go, and they're all looking at each other, and they just kind of turn around and go back the other way. And the New England Patriots took off from there. Drake May had hell of a game, like he has been for the last 4 weeks. I mean, some would say since the beginning of the season, even though they had a couple of those losses, he still had impressive, like, performances.
Yeah, impressive numbers.
So he's looking like he's ready to be a good quarterback for the Patriots. Damn it. How does this make you feel, man? To know, like, I haven't asked you this question yet. I've asked some other fans within the AFC East this question, but how does it make you feel knowing that the Patriots went on a dynasty run, right? And ended their dynasty run, and now here it is, what, 3, 4, 5 years later max, and looking like they're already back at the top of the AFC East, looking like they could possibly go on another run to dominate the AFC East, especially with how vulnerable the Buffalo Bills are, considering they're just like the Baltimore Ravens. Without Josh Allen, they'll be nothing.
It makes me want to incite a riot, is what it makes me want to do. It makes me want to throw things and break stuff. But I'm an adult, and I've been a part of a losing organization for a long time. Long, long time. I know how to hold back my anger about small little things, like goddamn New England doing better than...
Insert song riot here.
Let's start a riot. But no, I just want to say flag. It's not fair, but life's not fair, and life's been like that for years. So why would it change? Why would it change?
So yeah, Patriots go on to humiliate the Tennessee Titans. Have another dominating win against a easy opponent, another fairly easy opponent.
Yeah,
leading the AFC East 5-2, now up one game over the Buffalo Bills, as they will come off their bye week this week, sitting at 5-1. Let's see if the Patriots can hang on to the AFC East, because we already know the Dolphins and the Jets are out of it. Sitting at 1.
We don't stand a chance.
Sitting at 1-6, 0-7,
and 0-7.
We'll get to those games. Don't worry. We're just stalling. We're stalling. I think the next game on our list is
Eagles
Vikings.
Yeah, let's stall a little bit longer.
Stall a little bit longer. Yeah, let's do it.
So
go ahead.
How about them Eagles?
How about them Eagles? Fly, Eagles, fly. This is another one I got wrong. I was thinking they were gonna lose 3 straight. Their defense hadn't been holding it up. Their offense has been kind of sputtering, like not really using Saquon Barkley. And they hadn't been using their passing game either. It's just not been able to go. And like the Vikings defense is was the number one ranked passing defense going into this game. So it's like if you didn't lean on Saquon Barkley, but it was a complete opposite.
To be fair, Barkley didn't really show up.
That's what I'm saying. It was the complete opposite. They didn't use Barkley. They used the passing game. They used Devontae Smith. They used A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert, like spreading that ball around. A.J. Brown had 2 touchdowns. Devontae Adams had a touchdown on over 100 yards, like 150 receiving yards. Stupid ridiculous. I know they had Devontae Adams had like 30 fantasy points, and A.J. Brown ended up having 28 fantasy points. Go figure, right? I get rid of him and he performs.
That's how that works. The worst part is, I could have had him.
He could have had him. I gave him the offer first, and then a dude came at me this week and sent me an offer for him. At first he sent me a player I didn't really want. Like I was willing to get rid of AJ Brown for almost anybody, but he did send me Stephon Diggs, and I'm not a Stephon Diggs fan. If you guys have been paying attention, I've been talking shit about Stephon Diggs like all off season about how he kills teams, and I didn't want him to kill my fantasy team. So I declined that one quickly and sent him a counter offer for Xavier Worthy. He accepted it. We pushed it through, and he slid AJ Brown right into his lineup, and that was the winning move for him. You take away those 28 points, that's a much closer game. He wouldn't have scored 172 this week either.
So it's your fault.
Yeah, but what's one good game? What's one good game when he has another 5 dud games?
Depends on if he lights up the rest of the season or not. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, you got a point there, but I mean, if you go by trend, like they've had good games, high-scoring games, winning games, and losing games where he wasn't utilized like that. So I already went through the schedule and like looked at the games on the schedule, and that's why I was confident and comfortable enough to trade him away, because I feel like there's gonna be more duds out there, and he's gonna play AJ Brown now. He's gonna play AJ Brown now. You know why? Because he's a Philly fan, and he's gonna believe in it. He's not gonna be like me, where I sat him some weeks. Right? Remember, I was sitting him. I wasn't playing him every week. He was gonna sit this week for me, and I would have just been like, oh well. I mean, that was another one of my 20+ point players. Oh well. My other receivers. My other receivers did just as well, so it wouldn't have mattered for me. You know what I mean? Because everybody on my team put up 20+ points, except for my defense and kicker. So he's gonna play him. So it's a smart move, right? Because if he plays him and it costs him a win, because AJ Brown only puts up 7 points instead of 20+ points. See? He may win a few because of it, but he might lose a few because of it as well. I see you doing some math over there, some work. I'm trying to find...
So the Eagles take out the Vikings 28-22, and then we move on to the Panthers and the Jets. This was a very underwhelming game. The Jets traded out quarterbacks at halftime. Justin Fields was not performing, so we benched him and put in Tyrod. Didn't really change the face of the game at all. Final score being 13-6, Panthers winning. They got one touchdown, but that was enough to seal the deal.
Yeah, and again, too, like this is why I keep telling you that the Jets are better than the Dolphins, even though you guys are winless and we have the one win over you guys. Like, if you go and look at the games that you guys are playing, bro, these people aren't blowing you away. You're in it.
It's definitely in the conversation now.
Oh, for sure. But now you're fighting with us. I want that.
I wouldn't exactly say fighting. We already lost to y'all. You got the upper hand on us.
Yeah, but you guys got to play us one more time.
Yeah, and I unfortunately have to root for y'all. Or actually, I just have to be dressed like I'm rooting for y'all.
Bro, that could be a game where I wear...
Talk about the underminer. Just like in complete Dolphins uniforms, just talking so much trash about them. Wait, that's what you do.
But at the same time, you're gonna have to be rooting for us too, because you're probably gonna want us to win that game.
Well, I feel like either way it won't matter for us. I'd probably emotionally want us to win that game, just so I could be like, we're still even, motherfucker.
And you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you about what you just said there. It's kind of factual, bro. Because like I have noticed that too about myself. Like lately, like I've been so down on my team, and like that's the bad thing about being so plugged into the team now. Is like you see everything that's wrong. It's like, man, I used to be just a fan.
Just a fan.
Went to the games,
happy and excited to watch whether they won or lost.
Stayed away from training camp. Stayed away from all the insider stuff, and it's like
didn't know the names of half the players.
Well, I knew the names. I knew the names of all the players.
I'm just saying, I didn't know the names of half the players, and I'm like,
And I was
Now I know their names and I know they suck.
I was a happy Dolphin fan. Like I was even games I knew we were gonna lose. Like I'm still like 100% cheering them on, talking smack. I want to get
And
back to
having
that.
a good time.
I want to get back to that, but I don't want it to be fake, man. You know what I mean? Like I want to be able to cheer for my team and like root for them and like I remember the 2023 season, bro, was so exciting as a Dolphin fan. You know, like we were actually winning, we were relevant, and it was great. And then we go into Cleveland this weekend to play the Cleveland Browns, playing a rookie quarterback in Dylan Gabriel, who's struggling just as much as we are. They just got rid of a quarterback and sent him to Cincinnati, who went and lit it up on Thursday night against another old man, just as old as he is, but still went and lit it up. And they went and they moved on to Dylan Gabriel, and they host the Miami Dolphins. And the Miami Dolphins come out. It's a shitty game, a bad weather game. It's raining. It's windy. Wind gusts of like 40 miles per hour. Rain coming down. First half was not pretty, but for the Cleveland Browns, it was pretty enough. Quinshon Judkins fucking lit it up. He got 3 touchdowns on the day, over 100 rushing yards. I think it was like 150 scrimmage yards, but something stupid. But we did the same thing we do every week. We failed to perform on defense. We failed to stop the run. We failed to provide rushing lanes for our running back. We failed to not commit penalties. There was 14 penalties on us yesterday, and 7 to 9 of them created first downs for the Cleveland Browns. There was one drive where we literally moved the Cleveland Browns down the field from start to finish, and they ended it with a 3-yard Quinshon Judkins touchdown. We moved them down the field. They did not move themselves down the field. We did.
With these?
With these.
With these right here.
Follow, and subscribe, and then throw again. Penalty.
It's sad.
All day long. And Tua.
It is sad.
And Tua, oh my gosh. Tua finally got benched at the end of the game. It was way too little too late. It was in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
it was done. But like Quinn Ewers showed some kind of promise, but like let's give him a full week to practice with the team.
Yeah, 5 for 8 5 for 8, 53 yards.
Yeah. You know, like
sacked twice.
But that was already garbage time. Like everybody's tired. This isn't a full game sequence. Like everybody else had already given up at this point. Quinn Ewers is coming in like, oh, this is my moment. He's probably the only one on the field. Him and D. Eskridge were probably the only ones on the field at that moment actually trying to perform, because they know that they're trying to perform
to
for
show that they could be the starter.
Correct. Everyone else had already given up at that point. Tua Tagovailoa threw 3 interceptions. Bad interceptions. He didn't even look like he cared, bro. Like that's the bad thing about it. Like it didn't even look like he cared that he threw him. Like that 3rd interception was clearly into like all eyes were on him. All the safeties, all the corners, everybody out there was on him. He threw to one guy. There was like 4 guys around him, and it was just like everybody was watching him, and they just moved on the ball. And then afterwards, he just didn't even care, bro. I didn't even watch the pressers afterwards, because it was just like they're only gonna tell me things, like they're only gonna lie to me, like they're not gonna tell me anything like I want to hear.
Fumble, a kickoff, turnover on downs.
He now officially has more
interception, turnover on downs.
He now officially has more turnovers than he does touchdowns.
I was just looking at all the Dolphin drives on NFL.com real quick. First quarter, punt. Second quarter, field goal. And then they watch the Browns get a touchdown. Then they fumble on the kickoff. And then they punt. Then they get another field goal. And then the third quarter, punt and turnover on downs. And then the fourth quarter, interception. Watch Cleveland get a touchdown. Throw another interception. Punt. and turnover on downs, and that's the end of the game, boys.
Yeah, no, it was very very disappointing to watch as a Dolphin fan. Like I was sitting here streaming it, bro. You
They,
joined in
they
the
pretty
first half,
much,
and
yeah.
like by the fourth quarter, like all the excitement got sucked out of me. There's like I'm sitting here like I gotta finish the game. Like I started streaming it, I can't just stop. So like
Third quarter, I quit.
so I ended up just changing the title to go ahead and like make it our like we lost title and like come cry on our shoulders and let's bitch about the Dolphins, and just like did that for another hour,
Let's rant for an hour about how we suck.
Pretty much, like that's what I turned it into. That's what like the whole fourth quarter was like, all right, it's rant time.
All right, well, let's rant about someone else now. How about the
Sounds
Saints?
great.
Let's rant about the Saints and the Bears.
Hey, I just saw a meme on Twitter. I just saw a meme on Twitter suggesting that the Miami Dolphins trade Tua and Mike McDaniel to Tennessee Titans for Cam Ward and a second and third round pick next year.
They're like, we'll just start over with the rookie. It'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the next one. You said Saints
and the Bears, 14-26. The Bears take it.
Yes, they did. But nobody. I mean, I think everybody was kind of expecting that, right?
Nobody expected the Saints to win. That's for sure.
No, I know. I definitely was not on board with the Saints on that one.
Like
it was
starting
very
off with a fumble.
Yeah, it was very underwhelming from the Chicago Bears. They won that game, but at the same time, like if they were playing someone else and they performed like that, they probably would have lost. Because like Caleb Williams didn't put up a whole lot of passing yards. I don't think he hit the 200, right?
Let's see stats. Yeah, 172. He didn't even hit the 175.
That was mostly DeAndre Swift doing most of the work over there for the Chicago Bears, and then of course the defense shutting down the Saints for most of the first part of the game. Saints weren't able to get on the board, I believe, until the second half started, and then they got like a touchdown in the third quarter and then another one in the fourth quarter, but it was too late, and they couldn't muster up anything. Alvin Kamara was pretty much non-existent.
Forced a fumble, had three interceptions.
Yeah, the Chicago Bears defense locked it down and was like, "No, we're not letting you guys win this." And the offense was
4 sacks.
The offense was efficient enough. I mean, it wasn't spectacular. I mean, like I was kind of watching that game as I was watching the Cleveland game. It didn't seem spectacular. Like if you were watching it, it was kind of like just make it down the field, couple small plays here, couple small plays there, maybe a big run from DeAndre Swift, and then they slowly geeked away that win because they were in the lead the whole time. They never had to worry. So our next...
All right, so then we got Raiders and Chiefs.
Raiders and Chiefs.
The Kansas City takeaways.
Raiders and Chiefs. Man, Geno Smith didn't get intercepted in this game. I'm so upset, bro.
Yeah, you needed a pick from him.
I needed a pick from him. I'm so upset, man. He did not get intercepted. But Rashee Rice, though, this is why I drafted him. Rashee Rice with his 2 touchdowns, 6 receptions.
Back in the game.
I remember a dude was asking me last week. He's like, Cat, He's like, do you think it's worth starting Rashee Rice this week? I said, look, man, this week right here is the exact reason I drafted Rashee Rice, my friend. Like, this is prime matchup. Prime matchup. And the Chiefs are back. So, hold on. I'm going to slow it down right there for a minute. Does this mean the Chiefs are back? 31-0 win over the Raiders. I mean, it's just the Raiders, right? But they have been putting up some pretty stellar performances. Didn't they beat the Detroit Lions last week? But they lost to the Jags the week before.
They held Ashton Genty to 21 yards, but he only had 6 attempts because they were so far behind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was going to say, like, I think the Raiders abandoned the run game super early.
And then their passing just wasn't there.
Geno Smith's not that guy. I mean, like...
Yeah, Tucker for 5 receptions, 33 yards, like 6 targets.
He's just as bad as Tua is, if not worse.
They even threw Kenny Pickett in there at one point to see what was going to happen.
Hey, let's try something.
He went 2 for 2, 8 yards, like...
Let's try
garbage
at least, yeah. I mean, Kenny Pickett might actually start next week.
The Raiders need to figure something out.
Yeah, because now they're sitting at, what, 1-6 as well now? Or do they got 2 wins? Because I think they got a win against someone else as well. I think they're sitting at 2 wins, 2-5. But don't
still more wins than the Jets.
So, how do you feel about Kansas City's run game? Do you think that they need to go out and talk to somebody and try and find a better running back than Pacheco if they really want to be considered, like, if they want to make it back to the Super Bowl? I don't think they can make it back to the Super Bowl with this running game that they got going on. Like, it's just not good enough. Like, it is, but it isn't. You know what I mean? Like, you look at the Eagles with Saquon Barkley and the ability that he has. You look at San Francisco with Christian McCaffrey. You look at the Atlanta Falcons, and, like, these types of runners are the runners that take you over the edge, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. They have done it with him before.
I don't think they need to change a thing. They have never been the explosive ground team. They're explosive through the air and down the field. And if they want to run it. They got Mahomes back there too. So it's like not like he's not willing to take off and gain a couple extra yards on his feet. What they use their running game for is those short yardage situations. And Pacheco and Kareem Hunt both are great at those 2-3 yards, 100% going to get them, like, situations. 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1. You're putting them out there full confidence that you're not going to have to worry about a 4th down.
All right, but hear me out, though. So
I'll hear you out.
Hear me out. So we all watched the Super Bowl between the Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. And a lot of us were for the Eagles. And
yeah, just because we wanted Kansas City to lose.
No, what was the real reason you were going for the Eagles for? You remember the interview that we did with Bruce before it? What were you saying? He was going to get picked off, that they were going to shut the passing game down because
I was saying Mahomes was too confident.
I remember you, like, talking about picks and shutting the passing game and stuff down too. And you know why that they were able to shut the passing game down? Because they didn't have a real threat of the run. To whereas you look at the other side of the ball with Saquon Barkley and the threat of not only the pass, but the threat of a real runner that is a weapon. To whereas, like, you look at the Kansas City side and you look at their runners and you're like, do they really threaten you? Are you really scared of Isaiah Pacheco being that guy that could break a 60-yard touchdown? No. He's probably done it once, maybe twice in the 5 years that he's been playing with the Kansas City Chiefs. And that's why I say, like, it makes a difference. And that's why they lost last year is because they didn't have the threat of the run. So you don't have to respect the run. You can just crowd the pass. And you saw what happened. They looked like garbage, right? No real threat of a run.
It happens. They learn from that.
Yeah, maybe they did. I'm not saying. I feel like they need to go out and get a real running back. A guy like Alvin Kamara or a guy like Devon A-Chain. Somebody out there from one of these teams that aren't doing too well. I'll trade him Devon A-Chain right now for a first round pick. Give us a first round pick next year.
To be fair, the Dolphins should be trying to sell everything they got.
No, we should be. We should be, for sure. We should be getting rid of Phillips, A-Chain, Waddle, Tua, Mike, Greer.
Send Waddle to the Jets.
What will y'all do with Waddle?
Put him next to Garrett Wilson and say, just try. Just try.
Just try your best. Just try your best. Just know that we're losing this game anyways.
Try your best. We're going to give you some money regardless. Just go out there and have a good time.
Go out there and have a good time. All right, so let me pull up the next game.
We need receivers that are going to have fun.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I don't agree with it.
Agree with that?
That's too bad.
Like and subscribe.
anyways.
Like and subscribe anyways.
The next game's the Colts-Chargers.
Colts and Chargers. Colts again, man. Looking like a dominant team. Looking like the dominant team in the AFC right now. They are definitely the favorites. I don't know. Like, argue with me. Tell me any team on the AFC side that is looking better right now. I think the only one probably to make an argument would be the Chiefs at the moment. Because none of the other AFC teams are looking as dominant as the Colts right now, sitting at, 6-1 now?
Well, it turns around and goes right back to what we were just talking about. They're destroying it in the run game and through the air. So it's like, who's going to stop them Colts?
Right now, ain't nobody stopping them Colts. You would have thought the Chargers would have been able to. Like, the Colts came out and were dominating that game early. And then finally the Chargers and Justin Herbert kicked it in, but he threw a little too many interceptions. And
yeah, 2 interceptions and 3 sacks. But you got to give him credit. He threw the ball 55 times, trying to come back in with 37 completions for 420 yards compared to Daniel Jones's 288 yards. So it's not like the Chargers weren't pushing it down the field. They just didn't come up with enough points at the end.
And what's hurting the Chargers is the same thing that's kind of hurting the Chiefs right now. It's like they don't have a real good run identity. Even though their rookie star running back Omarion Hampton is out, even before he went out, he wasn't like producing phenomenal games. I think he had one good game before he ended up going out. So it's like the run game hasn't been exactly dominant enough to scare people away from pass coverage.
Keenan Allen, 11 receptions, 119 yards and a touchdown.
29 points for a cat in a hat.
With McConkey, 9 receptions, 67 yards. Quentin Johnston, 2 receptions for 30 yards and a touchdown. It's not like they weren't trying. Gadsden, 7 receptions, 164 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, he
on
had
9 targets.
He had a big receiving touchdown. And I'm mad because, like, I went Mason Taylor instead of Oronde Gadsden as an anytime touchdown, and I should have went the other way around.
Blew it. You blew it. But then you turn around and look at the Indiana Colts, and just, it's a destruction. 94 yards for Jonathan Taylor, 3 touchdowns, 23 completions for 34 attempts from Daniel Jones, for 2 touchdowns, 1 sack. Alec Pierce, the second, the best reception yards, 98 yards on 10 targets for 5 receptions. Warren, 69 with a touchdown, and Michael Pittman, 58 with a touchdown. Not to mention Jonathan Taylor again in the passing game, 3 receptions for 38 yards. Even with the fumble, it didn't matter.
Yeah, no. Like I said, Colts are just playing dominant football right now. They're playing like they want to win. They're definitely playing in honor of Jim Irsay right now. Looking good, they are.
But let's jump to the Giants and the Broncos.
Woo-wee. So the Giants,
the comeback game of the week.
The Giants were winning this game all the way to the end. And this is the second game of the year Bo Nix has done this. Comeback, late fourth quarter performance to pull away a 1-point win. Man.
Woo.
And we thought Baker Mayfield was one of those clutch performers. Look at Bo Nix.
To be fair, this one crushed me. I had Giants to win on 2 different parlay bets, and it crushed both of them at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, I had Giants to win this one too. I was definitely high on the Jackson Dart Cam Scatterbo hype train right now. They're definitely been performing, and they were getting it done. They were getting the job done. They were doing what they needed to do, but it's just Bo Nix in his second chance. We're not losing this game. We're not losing this game.
Yeah, he really turned it on in the fourth quarter.
Ended up hitting Cortland Sutton for a big pass, for a touchdown. I think Evan Ingram got himself a big one too, if I'm not mistaken.
It was actually Franklin and Harvey have the 2 touchdowns. Sutton got 6 reception for 87 yards, though. Bo Nix rushed for 2 touchdowns.
So does this scare you away from the Giants, or no? Is this just another fourth quarter comeback performance from Broncos?
Yeah, I would say that. I wouldn't be scared away from the Giants on this one. The defense was tired and beat up by the end of the game, and Bo Nix just was able to come through with the clutch victory. Look at the recap real quick. All drives, fourth quarter, touchdown, 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 touchdown. And they were going back and forth. The interception was costly, and that's probably what sealed the deal. Touchdown, punt, touchdown, touchdown, field goal.
Touchdown, punt, touchdown, 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 touchdown.
Yeah, the fourth quarter was like a lightning round.
So
it went from 19 to 8 to the 32-33 game that we saw at the end.
It's like, okay, you get a touchdown. All right, now you get a touchdown. Now it's your turn. You get a touchdown. So
Denver Giants throw an interception. Denver scores again. Giants have to punt. Denver scores again. Giants score, and then the Denver Broncos march it down the field with 7 plays, 51 yards in 37 seconds to kick the game-winning field goal.
So that was definitely a coaching win right there. Obviously, Sean Payton being a much wiser coach than Brian Daboll. So that
Keeping
was,
it at the end kind of deal.
Yeah, that was the coaching. That was the coaching right there that won that game. All right, now that you said that, you broke that fourth quarter down. It really mattered. It really broke it down.
It really did. Yeah.
Told me how that game was won. And then we move on to the Packers and the Cardinals. It's a divisional matchup. Cardinals have been doing fairly well this year, but not good enough to win games. Like, they've been doing fairly well against all the opponents they play. They just seem to figure out ways to lose the game. I'm sure Cardinals fans feel like a lot of us Dolphins and Jet fans out there, just like, oh, you got pieces and you can do it.
All the pieces that you could use,
but you just can't finish the job. But I mean, the Cardinals honestly are missing some pieces. Like, they lost their running back early in the season, so like it leaves a lot of weight on Kyler Murray's shoulders and that passing game. And Marvin Harrison hasn't been quite as clutch as he should be for the Arizona Cardinals. It's been more Trey McBride, which he's been clutch for them, but you need more than just one guy out there making plays if you want to be able to win games like this, especially against a team like the Packers, who have pieces everywhere that can just disperse the ball to whoever. You got Dobbs, who is the highlight. Dobbs and Tucker Kraft, who were pretty much the highlights yesterday for Jordan Love. And then you can also sprinkle in some Matthew Golden. They have another guy over there. What's his name? Just came back, or is he still out? Christian Watson? Is he still? I haven't heard from him this year, so I think he might still be out. And then, of course, you got Josh Jacobs over there, who's had a couple good games this year, but he's still a good running back. He's good in the receiving game. He's good in the running game. He gets a lot of goal line touches.
Looking at the end of the Green Bay Arizona game, and two different sets of turnovers on downs from Arizona.
Going for
one on. Well, they were leading on the first one, which was why it confuses me. It was 20-23. Arizona was leading. They had 6 plays for 20 yards for a total of 2 minutes. Pass to Michael Carter, a 1-yard run, gets him a first down. Pass incomplete, 2nd and 9. 8-yard pass, 3rd and 9. Then they called a timeout, and it was 4th and 1 at the Arizona 48. And they didn't get anything. They didn't gain the yard. Instead of punting it on the 48, they went for it, which gave Green Bay a short field to run 13 plays and go 48 yards for a touchdown.
So basically the coach threw that game away, pretty much.
Yeah, I feel like, because he could have tried to punt it, pen him back,
right?
And blow some more time off the clock instead of turning it over at the 50.
Yeah, what are you thinking in that moment? Like, you're up. There's time.
Yeah, up 3, 4 minutes left.
Like, you don't think that team's gonna go 30 yards and be able to kick a field goal at least to tie the game, let alone just take it for the touchdown? Like, that's what I'd be thinking. Like, damn, like, they literally would only need to go 25 yards, kick a field goal.
2 passes. 2 passes, and they could kick a field goal and be tied. 3 passes, and they could score. No.
Yeah, that was a dumb move by the coach right
there. Arizona lost that based on that call in the fourth quarter. It's so stupid.
Yeah, that was not a good call.
In the moment, he's like, let's just get the yard. Like, no, dude, pin him. Yeah. You got the lead.
Yeah. That could have been an upset right there. But It was not. Packers win.
Nope.
27,
Packers win at
23.
27-23.
And then the Cowboys and the Commanders battled it out. The Cowboys and the Commanders. The Cowboys honestly were leading this pretty much the whole time. There was no chance for the Commanders to come back. They tried to at the end of the first half. They scored a touchdown and made it was like 15-22 or something. But then the Cowboys went and put up a quick score on the board before halftime ended. CeeDee Lamb lit it up.
Yeah, I was going to say, CeeDee Lamb was back in town, healthy and ready to play. So Dak took advantage of that and said, now that I got both my boys out there ready to catch the ball deep, let's go have us a game.
Jake Ferguson had himself a game too. He hauled in 2 touchdowns, had quite a few receptions, quite a bit of yardage. That was in the second half. But
7 receptions for 29 yards and 2 touchdowns. He had a nice little, red zone game for sure. Pickens with 4 for 82, and then obviously our boy CeeDee Lamb, 5 receptions, 110 yards, and a touchdown on 8 targets.
Yeah.
Longest reception being 74 yards.
Yeah.
That's a deep thrown ball.
Yeah, it was just freaking slaughter from the Dallas Cowboys. And the Dallas Cowboys, they're one of those teams. They're good. They are when they want to be. You know what I mean?
Right. They can do it. But
they can
also not do it.
Yeah, they can step up and compete with the best of them when they want to. But
Clowney recovered a fumble.
But it's like
and
some
Bland
games,
got an interception.
Some games it just feels like they're like, man, I just don't want to play football this week. Let's just go out there and get this over with as fast as possible.
Well, it's like they partied a little too hard Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? Ate a little too much Sunday dinner, so Monday they didn't perform properly.
But they definitely came out to win this one. Of course, you would do that. Divisional opponent. You gotta get those wins in when you can. Commanders fell completely short. You can definitely feel the absence of Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel hurt that team. Jaden Daniels.
Mariota even came out.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels left the game with an injury at one point.
Another injury for Daniels.
Another injury for Jaden Daniels.
That could hurt the Commanders in the long run.
Yep, that possibly, because he's already been out once. So it's like he only came back for 2 weeks. Not even a full 2 weeks. It was a week and a half. 1.5 games basically.
Yeah.
Already out again. So as the Commanders, you're probably looking at this like, well, let's start thinking towards next year.
I give the Dallas defense props. They held the Washington Commanders rushing unit to 136 yards and 2 touchdowns. That could have been a lot worse.
He gives them props for holding them to 136 yards. Considering the Dallas Cowboys defense has been letting teams put up over 150 on them easily. Yeah, we'll give them props on that. You're getting better, guys. You're getting better, guys.
So then we moved on to last night's game.
Hold on, let me switch it out.
The mother-loving Falcons.
Yeah, put up a dud last night. At least Bijan got his touchdown.
2010.
Yeah.
I remember that year.
San Francisco and Christian McCaffrey pretty much dominated that game. Mac Jones did just enough to help the team win. It wasn't pretty. I was watching it with my son. My son learned a lot last night. As far as football goes, he now knows that You get 4 tries to get a first down.
Heck
And
yeah.
he knows that all the little white hashes on the field are 1 yard, and that it's 100 yards from end zone to end zone, and that you're trying to move the ball down the field to get the ball into the other end zone. And then this is how I got him. And when you get a touchdown, when you get into the end zone, it's called a touchdown. You get 6 points, and you can get an extra point, and it can make it 7. So you either get 6 or 7 points. So that's how it was easy to teach him that one. 6, 7.
Of course, I knew that was coming.
Right. So yeah, so he learned that part of football, and then he was asking other questions too, but he ended up falling asleep like shortly after halftime.
Well, that's to be expected. This was a later game.
Yeah, for sure. But I just love that he was like, "Dad, come watch football," because like it was halftime, and like I was not in the room during the halftime show, and then it comes back on. He was like yelling for me, "Come watch football."
Okay, Bijan Robinson got a receiving touchdown. Not a rushing touchdown.
I know that he got a touchdown. I don't care how he got it. I just know he.
I mean, to some, well, I guess it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, honestly, if you're hoping he got a touchdown, a reception touchdown is just slightly better. It gives you that 1 extra point.
Yeah. All right.
Which is kind of confusing. When you get a chance, go look at our ESPN leagues. Look in your league, and then look in our league, and look at Keenan Allen. I have him on both my leagues. Look at his points.
Right.
Are
they different?
Yeah, in your league it's 29.9 points. In our league it's 28.9 points. Weird, right?
What did he do that gave him more points in our league?
I don't know. He has the same stat line. Oh yeah. I haven't.
Let's see. That was the Rams, right? No.
Chargers.
There you are. Where are you, Keenan Allen? Let's find out what you did. Oh, that's the Colts. We don't want the Colts.
They played
Keenan Allen, 11 receptions, 119 yards, 1 touchdown. Longest catch was 30 yards.
Yeah, I can't figure out why it's a 1 point difference, but it honestly is not going to matter in the grand scheme of things. Like, I'm going to win my match by 70 points, I think.
Now I'm curious. I have to go look.
Yeah, because I know I'm already going to win my match by like 70 points. My opponent has like 89, and I have 120 at the moment. But I still have 3 players to play tonight. Tonight, we're going to have the game of the week. It's not too late, ladies and gentlemen. Go find our post. Go make your vote. Cast your vote. Who do you think is going to win tonight between the Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions? This is pretty much like a NFC Championship preview match. You get to see what the NFC Championship is potentially going to look like come late January.
I think I know what it was. Let me just double check our league. This one. Who's got Keenan Allen in our league? You?
I do. Yeah, I got him.
You have them, both of them?
Yeah. Remember that
was
my sleeper, bro.
You are.
That was my sleeper. I kept to myself. I didn't tell nobody about. It was the only one I was able to get.
So your boy, okay, I see exactly what it was. If you press on, well, if you're on the app and you press on the number for where he's got 29.9, he gets an extra point for having an over 100-yard game.
In your league?
in the non-money league.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We don't.
I wanted to have more fun with that league, so I added a couple little extra little things.
Okay. Got you. That makes sense. Now.
Yeah, if you get over 100-yard game, you get an extra point. If you get between 100 and I think it's 100 and 199. If you get a 200-yard game, I think it's 2 points.
Yeah, kind of like the same thing that DraftKings does. They add points for when you go over a certain amount. When quarterbacks go over 300 yards, you get points, shit like that.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. Yeah, no, it definitely
makes
adds.
it fun.
Yeah,
makes it a little more fun. A little more exciting.
Yeah, but when you're dealing with money, you gotta keep those stuff.
You gotta
out.
keep it fair. You gotta keep it fair when you're dealing with money.
Keep that stuff out or vote it in. Although I think this off season, I think we need to have we need to actually get all of our members together into a call so we can go through some of these rulings and stuff and see if we want to change anything around to make it more fun for everybody. Change it up a little bit, kind of maybe add that. You get a point for 100-yard games, things like that.
I'm sending all my taunts right now.
Bro, I felt bad sending my taunt yesterday. In your league, I have 11 touchdowns. In our league, I have 8 currently. And one of them is a double touchdown. It's the stacking touchdowns with Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen. That was great.
Yeah. I got 6 in my league. And in our league, I've got 7.
Nice.
Oh, even though I'm going to lose, I'm still going to send this taunt. Don't care.
Yeah, I've been nice. I've been waiting to send my taunts until I know I'm going to win.
He's got a 93% chance of winning because he's got Montgomery, Johnson from the Bucks, and Bates from the Lions. And I'm currently sitting in a 7-point lead. So let's go, Jamar Gibbs.
Tua put up a negative 1.5 this week.
Negative 1.5.
How do you even do that?
That's that's the best quarterback I've seen yet. See, Jordan Love had 13. Oh, God. And Mark played him.
I know, bro. You need to tell his ass he needs to start tuning in, man. He's obviously not tuning in to the AFCEASTIEBOYS, or he would not have played Tua, because I was literally saying, we were talking about it. Remember there was
it's funny, too. It's funny, too, because he lost to both of us this week in both leagues.
There was that one bet. Remember, it was like Tua Tagovailoa for the 1 touchdown. I'm like, no, stay the fuck away from that.
Yeah, stay the fuck away from that. He's not gonna throw a pass a touchdown. He's gonna throw 3 picks though.
Yeah. He needs to be. He needs to be tuned in for sure.
Shout out to Fantastic Foreskins. You need to tune in and listen. Just listen. You don't have to do everything we say, but when we tell you to bench Tua, you gotta do that.
Coming from a
Jets fan.
Dolphins fan.
Coming from, you're the Dolphins fan. I'll say bench Tua every week because he's not gonna perform.
I'll let you know when you should bench him and play him. For sure. So, how do you feel about tonight's game?
Tonight's matchup. Tampa Bay. I hope that he forgets that he's got the rookie Johnson. Oof.
Well, Mike Evans should be back tonight.
He's still questionable on this little slip. But I do think he will play. And I hope that he does, and George doesn't change him out, and Tyler Johnson gets a 0, and Mike Evans does well on his bench.
And that could.
But I'm sure I'm sure by game time tonight, he's going to realize that Evans is playing, so he's going to put him in and flex, and then he's going to walk up to me and flex like that and be like, yeah, I'm going to send you a couple of touchdown taunts later. But we'll see. His team slogan is "You mad, bro?" And right now, yeah, I'm a little mad, bro.
You mad, bro? You mad, bro?
I'm a little mad. I'm a little upset. I'm gonna lose again.
But that's it. It's not the end of the world for you. Like our league is actually
3-4. 3-4. It's the end of the world for me.
Our league is actually pretty evened out, except for George sitting at the top all by himself. Because now
I see a bunch of 4-2s in here. Like I'm not a 4-2, bro.
Now I'm coming back. I'm gonna be sitting at what, 2-5.
Come Thanksgiving, we're gonna have some serious conversations about this.
How do you feel about the Houston-Seattle game?
Sam Darnold's gonna light him up, man. Let's see it. I want to see more passing than I want to see running. So sorry Walker, but that's just what I want to see. That doesn't mean that's what they're gonna do. What they're gonna do is probably rush a lot.
Yeah, Houston defense has a pretty good passing defense. If you want to win against them, you definitely try and you try and establish your run game early, make them respect the run, so that you can open up passes to JSN and Cooper Kupp down the field. Like, be able
that's
to
what I'm really shooting for.
Yeah, because you're
JSN.
You're shooting for that 200 yards. I know what you're shooting for, but
shooting for that 200 yards.
That's the good thing too about having Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet back there as running backs, and having to use them to establish the run to open up the pass is you could see Kenneth Walker get a reception that turns into a big gain and get a lot of the receiving yards from that as well. So I do believe that he can hit that 200 yards. Even with it being a run-heavy scheme against the Texans, because the Texans are coming off of a bye week anyways, so they're refreshed. They've had 2 weeks to prepare for this game, but they're the type of team to over-prepare for a game, if that makes any sense. They might overcompensate for one area and leave the other area super vulnerable.
Okay. If you were trying to get me to disagree, that's not happening.
No, I wasn't trying to get. I was just trying. I was not. That's just my statement on my opinion for it.
It's just my statement. This is my statement on this game.
Yeah, it's just how
Heard.
I feel about it. I did pick the Houston Texans to win this game. Only because they're coming off of a bye week and they do have a pretty decent passing defense. But I could easily see the Seattle Seahawks winning this game as well, being prepared for the Houston Texans. I wouldn't be upset whoever wins, honestly. It doesn't affect us.
I don't have a
way.
horse in the race other than the 200 yards from Darnold.
Yeah, and my season's already my week's already over anyways. I got Kenneth Walker and AJ Barner playing tonight, but my game's already won, I also have Jahmyr Gibbs playing, so it's I'll watch it, but I'm probably going to be watching the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game instead.
It's going to be funny to root for Tampa Bay knowing that I don't want them to score, really. Depending on who George keeps in, I have to root for different players on the team, and it's fucked because I want to root for the swashbucklers.
Yeah, speaking of, so are we getting together for that tonight or what? I don't know how we're gonna watch it.
Got no clue. Game starts at 7. I'll probably be at home. Probably watching it off of freaking ESPN or
Hard Rock.
what's it called? Hard Rock, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I'll be watching it. I'll have to make a bet so I can watch it on Hard Rock because I didn't include any Sunday night bets or any Monday night games into any of my bets this weekend. So I'll have to make a fresh bet for them tonight.
Yeah,
So
I'm still sitting on passing yards, so I get to. I got bets for both. I got one bet for both games. So
maybe he'll put together a nice little 3 to 5 leg parlay for us to play with, and he'll drop it in the Discord. Maybe we can win us some money tonight since he has much better lucks with the parlays than I do. Although I get greedy is the problem.
That's what it is. Like you go
I
for
do well.
9-leg parlays,
Exactly.
like,
And I hit 8 of 9.
and hit 6 of them.
No,
like
last night I hit 7 of 8. So it's like, and then there was one week I had a 19-leg parlay where I hit 16 of 19. It's like, oh, bro. And it's like the ones that I'm like second guessing too, that I just throw them in there, and it's like, oh fuck, I should have listened to
left that out.
Should have listened to my gut, you know.
And that's what I've been doing. Like like when I adjust I go for the alternate passing yards and alternate rushing yards like that. Like it's not. I don't care that it's gonna say minus 900 or minus 850. You know what I mean? Like I just want it to happen, to add another extra little bit. You know what I mean? So I'm not like pushing for the maximum return, so to speak, in the bet. I'm just looking for the maximum legs that I can put into it and know that like it's possible.
Right.
So when I add like 25 yards or a 40-yard rushing game for somebody, it's not that I don't trust that they're gonna do a 60 to 80-yard game. I could put it for 50 and make it a little bit more, but...
Oh my gosh, you know what I just realized?
What?
Our stream has been labeled fucking the same as it was yesterday. It didn't switch it back.
Miami Dolphins versus Cleveland?
Yes. Oh, I'm so angry, bro. This whole time it's not been the right fucking thing.
Well, it says it in the description. NFL Week 7 Jets Fantasy Tune-Up Weekly. Your winning prescription is your fantasy team running on fumes.
Yeah, that was from the last show. Damn it, bro.
Waiver Wire Garage. I should just read this.
Damn it, bro. That's a big fail.
Well, stop second guessing and start winning. Subscribe to Fantasy Tune-Up Weekly and get the definitive guide to your setting your lineup. Making smart trades and tuning your roster for a championship run. New episodes every Tuesday. Don't set your lineup without it.
Don't set your lineup without it.
Drop a comment below with the craziest game or play from Week 7.
Bro, I can't believe I made that mistake, man.
You act like it's the end of the world, bro. It'll be fine.
What?
We just have 2 videos that have the same title now. Oh well.
No, I fixed it. I mean, I'm fixing it now. But like,
he's like, I'm working on it live right now. I'm fixing the problem. I'm sorry. Like, it's fine. I doubt any of our viewers even noticed. Did you notice? If you noticed, drop a link in the comment. Comment in the link? I don't know. Drop something on the floor near your computer.
Near the computer. Well, no, I mean, for me, it kind of matters because it's like we're doing a show end zone to end zone and not the watch party. People deters people away, you know what I mean? Like, oh, the thumbnail doesn't match the title of the show. This is so confusing. I'm gonna click.
Let's click on it anyway and find out what's going on.
These guys are confused.
It was a tactic, sir.
All right, so even though we got the title correct now towards the end of the show, don't forget this next week show of End Zone to End Zone will be held most likely on Saturday. We plan to do some kind of giveaway for you ladies and gentlemen, so stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed and you got your notifications on so you can find out how you win said giveaway during our next show of End Zone to End Zone. It's going to be fun too. We plan on packing everything into one show, so you'll have your weekly recaps. We'll even get you prepared for the week. We'll get you prepared for your fantasy teams. We'll do our fantasy talks. Like if you have any questions for your lineups, I'll have my sleepers ready for you. I'll have my backups for your bye weeks. I'll have everybody ready. You're just going to have to get yourself ready for Thursday night. You're just going to have to get yourself ready for Thursday night this week. Can't help you there.
Oh, man. Looks like this dude in the comments only just realized he wasn't watching a Dolphin watch party.
Oh, my gosh. Did he really?
Well, that's crazy.
No, not a Dolphin watch party, man. Not a Dolphin watch party.
Why not Dolphin?
You're gonna have to tune in to the show from yesterday.
Why not Dolphins?
to catch that. Oh,
Can't even
man.
spell. Oh, Jesus.
But no, I might drop a short sometime between now and Thursday to kind of give you a heads up for who you should or should not be playing from the Thursday night game. Because I haven't even looked at who's playing Thursday night yet, so I can't tell you now.
Yeah, I have not even looked at next week's games because it's Monday, baby. We're going to relish in this week's games first.
Yeah, so we'll also get those picks out for you probably in the forms of shorts sometime by Wednesday. We'll get our recaps on our battles of the week. We did have a battle of the week. It didn't turn out to be much of a battle this week, but I'll show you another battle we had that was really good this week between two top contending teams. Both teams putting up over 150 points was ridiculous. Those are some nice lineups. Charlie's Choice Collectibles. Don't forget. Get your goodies. Get your Christmas gifts. Get your Halloween costumes. Halloween's right around the corner.
Halloween costumes, decorations.
Now's the perfect time to head over to Charlie's Choice Collectibles. That link is in the comments. It's also in our post section. You can go in our post section and you can find the link for that. As soon as I hook up with Waffles over here, I'll show him how to put it onto the profile page itself. And then it'll always be accessible for you to head over to Macari, Charlie's Choice Collectibles, and find you good deals on great stuff.
Not to mention these awesome flags that you can throw at the bar.
Or at the TV.
Or at the TV.
Or at your kids.
Or at the bartender. Or at your children.
Get their attention.
Or at your loved ones.
Yes, it's much safer than throwing your beer.
Yeah, and you won't get the police called on you because you're just trying to tell them they're doing wrong. It's a penalty what you just did there. Leaving your trash on the floor.
Yeah, pick it up.
You can become a refereeing leader too.
And then of course we got the DCC going on. You can find the link over there. That's the QR code. If you want to scan that QR code, you can go head straight over and donate there, or you can find the link on our profile page in our link bio section. You can find the link there as well. Definitely head over, help us challenge cancer. We're at 307 right now, less than $200 away from our first mile to run every day until the 5K. That's right. Help us get fit. Help us challenge cancer. For every $500 the AFCEASTIEBOYS raise, I'll be running a mile per every day up until the 5K.
That QR code's right up there in the corner.
So don't be afraid. Go hit it. It's all 100% tax deductible. 100% of the proceeds go to cancer research, or so I'm told. So there you go. He's like, why did you just say that?
I'm like, or so I'm told. All right, boys and girls. If you didn't like it, like and subscribe anyways. You got something else to say?
Anyways, no, I was gonna put the thing on when you
Agree
hit
with
that.
Oh,
it?
the thing.
That's
Hit the
too
thing.
bad.
Like and subscribe anyways.
Like and subscribe anyways.
All right, we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.